Hey there, happy Saturday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz, taking a deeper dive into your Saturday evening forecast. We have improving air quality today. I'm sure you've noticed, even though we still have a good bit of haze off in the distance, but now our weather pattern is more seasonal. We're going to have temperatures in the 70s to lower 80s, which is normal this time of year, and we're staying pretty quiet into next week. East of the Cascades, the fire danger continues, especially through tonight with that red flag warning in place, but it's going to continue the elevated fire danger. No formal red flag warnings in place for eastern Washington tomorrow, but just because we'll still have some gusty winds through the Cascade Gaps on Sunday, that could lead to elevated fire danger. So you think near Ellensburg, Wenatchee, and so on and so forth. Red flag warning continues through tonight, 11 o'clock, for all areas shaded in the pink. That's that red flag warning. But what's not shown here, the North Cascades, including the eastern side of the North Cascades National Park, red flag warning through tomorrow morning, just because of these strong wind gusts, as well as some ongoing fires just in eastern Washington in general with these wind gusts that will fan some of those fires a good bit and they could spread. As for the rest of our weekend, so near 80 tomorrow, but tomorrow we'll kick things off with some clouds followed by some passing high clouds, and that could keep our warming a little bit at bay, a little bit. So near 79, right where we should be. Monday, kicking things off with clouds, afternoon sunshine, maybe a degree or so warmer. There's some uncertainties with the forecast Wednesday and Thursday. We could have a disturbance just brushing on by, more so over British Columbia, and that could bring the threat for a few thunderstorms over the North Cascades. So that's something we're watching out for. But let's take you outside where we have blue skies. Just about 24 hours ago, the Granite Falls High School camera, you really couldn't see much because of the poor air quality, but now improvement. I wanted to take you to Lake Chelan. You see how murky it looks and very, very ominous pink skies because of the ongoing fires, and you can't really see much whatsoever because of those ongoing fires. And then from our Columbia Center tower cam, you see some haze still off in the distance, but a big change from the past couple of days. Our air quality's running in that moderate to good range, but you see just east, very poor air quality. As for tonight, because we have the return of onshore winds, so generally just coming off of the Pacific, when we say onshore, that's what we mean. So we have that cool, clean air from the Pacific. That's helping wash away all that smoke. And so temperatures tonight will be comfortable in the 40s and 50s, and then we'll kick things off in the 40s and 50s tomorrow, and you see how we warm things up. I mentioned maybe some more clouds in the afternoon. So again, that could limit some of our daytime warming, especially up north where we could have some thicker high clouds rolling in. But either way, still going to be a nice Sunday. Temperatures 70s, a few spots in the lower 80s, especially away from the water. And speaking of Sunday Fun Day, if you have anything planned, we have the Sounders at home. Of course, we have the Mariners as well. And here are just 4 of the many events going on around the area. The Festival of India in Redmond, that's kicking off at noon tomorrow. High temperature then around 81 degrees. So have fun wherever you're headed. On Monday, temperatures may be pretty similar. You see 60s, 70s up north, then upper 70s to about 80 for Puget Sound. Futurecast, this is what I was talking about. So tomorrow morning, you see some low clouds, maybe some patchy fog. Watch what happens into the afternoon. You see how we get a batch of high clouds, maybe some mid-level clouds. That would be in the afternoon, early evening. And that's why some spots may not warm all too much. And I mean, still going to be in the 70s, except closer to the coast. Monday morning, we'll kick things off maybe with some more low clouds, more widespread. So that marine layer in place, but it will clear and we're not going to have any thick high cloud cover even. So that's why we're going to have more sunshine on Monday. And I mentioned how things will begin to change. So through early next week, so think Monday night into Tuesday, we're going to have what's called zonal flow. So you see how a dip in the jet stream typically is what we're looking for. But in this case, we have zonal flow. So west to east, and that's going to keep things pretty quiet. So pretty quiet with near normal temperatures. So we would have onshore flow aloft and then light onshore flow at the surface. So that would lead to some morning clouds, so that marine layer. But then we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. We have this ridge building offshore, and then watch what happens. So we could have a dip in that jet stream, and that would lead to a disturbance brushing by. So that ridge weakens just a little bit, and that could lead to thunderstorms in the North Cascades and closer to British Columbia. So that's what we'll have to watch out for, but models are not in total agreement right now. But if you're planning on going up to the North Cascades, that's going to be something we're watching. We'll keep you posted. But once again, it looks like Wednesday or Thursday. By the end of the week, that ridge I was talking about is going to amplify, and that's likely going to control our weather pattern later in the week, helping our temperatures warm up once again into the mid 80s, which means a couple of upper 80s out there as well. And just by the end of next week, that could increase our fire weather risk this side of the Cascades and potentially east as well.